let us continue playing Koudelka. Right, we have defeated this boss, which allows us to now access a bit more of the monastery. Or at least the underneath the monastery, anyway. And thankfully, we won't be spending the entire video on a boss fight this time around. There are going to be cutscenes. One of them's here. We have found a storage room filled with many items at the end of a tunnel.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't believe these treasures are in this monastery. Is that Montaigne's signature? Oh, that's a Caravaggio. Unbelievable, truly. Why have these treasures been forgotten?
Treasures.
If these treasures can be contributed to the Vatican, their value to Christianity is unquantifiable. What a discovery!
Do you remember what this place is? It's not just a monastery, it was a prison. People were executed for fighting each other for supremacy. These treasures must have been taken from them, soaked with curses and hatred. You'll be cursed if you worship those things.
I am a busy man that does not have the patience to teach you the importance of faith. But I will tell you why we have found these treasures. It could only have come from the guidance of God. God sees all, He knows all. Got it?
Preach to the converted.
What about you, Edward? You seem a little more educated than she.
I don't really care. Talk to me about monetary value. Save the holy crap.
It seems I'm disappointed once again. I believe these dead thieves are better than you two. At least they appreciated true value.
Instead of preaching, I want you to understand something, okay? You can't label all those dead bodies as thieves hunting treasure. I saw plenty of dead women who were cut up and mixed in with the mummies, and they were pretty fresh.
Yeah. Strange. Even if I were used to seeing dead bodies, I'd be vomiting.
So it is that couple. But why?
Fools! How could such a kind and faithful couple be cold-blooded killers? This is the work of jealousy and greed. And pagans born of savagery, immigrants. I will not be a party to such abusive slander. This is so unpleasant.
I really love the interplay between the three of them. I really do. And they're all about as stubborn as each other as well. Now, there are a few things in this area. The first of which is the crossbow. There's also, I think, some bullets over here somewhere. Oh well. There are, though, arrows over here. Which are obviously for the crossbow. Now, bit of equipment shuffling now. We are going to swap the pistol to the crossbow. Because it is much more powerful. Even though it only holds one shot, but most of the time Koudelka's going to be blasting with magic in any case. So that's not such a big trade-off, really. The only other thing I'm thinking of is you, actually. Do I downgrade the axe for some more speed? Don't know. We'll keep the big axe for now. Indeed, as my guest has just mentioned, you may have heard. Right, random encounter. And it is another Spaniard. Unfortunately, we don't have our rapier because it broke last time, so no fencing match this time. We'll just blast it with water. And whack it with our lead pipe. It's depressing how little damage he's done, although he has put a status effect on him. Oh, he silenced him. Which means he's doing a useless thing at the moment. Yeah. He should really be doing more damage with that axe. The amount of strength he's got anyway. And wow. Koudelka at the moment is just kicking ass. Right, so let's raise your agility, give you a few more hit points, and balance out your mind versus your intelligence. Yep, that seems alright. No, I'm not a big fan of luck. It's fairly, well, I have bad luck anyway. Right, door is locked and can only be opened with the red key, which we get a bit later. Now, around here, we can go to this area and we find... looks like some kind of statue has been plastered up inside the wall. If we poured water on it from above, we might be able to get it out. Okay. Let's then head up the stairs. So we're now effectively back into the monastery from the large cavern area now, which is nice. And also, to greet us, there is a large bottle of Tellus. Now, if we go through this door... I think I've realised what this part is. Let's go to this thing here. There's a stone tablet embedded in it. Do we want to pick it up? Yes. We now have a stone tablet. Now, if we go over here, you may have noticed, there are dolls. But first we must fight a woman missing a head and thing 7 I think we're up to now. I've killed many things. Anyway, geyser. I'm a bit under-leveled, but yes, in general this is a fairly easy game. However, I have kind of rushed to this point, so I am slightly lower leveled than I should be. I'm liking the lead pipe, if only because it is seeming to silence everything. Which is fairly powerful, actually. And water does, not quite as impressive as the 700 from earlier, but still, enough for purpose. Right, it's spellcasting and targeting the one person it's likely to heavily affect. But he has the hit points because of the axe. Right, let's see how good this crossbow is. Yeah, it's better than a gun, I guess, but overall that's a bit disappointing. Still, whack it with a pipe. Fairly rubbish. You just asked how good the is. Fairly rubbish is about a good answer. It's because, as I've mentioned before, I balance him between spellcaster and fighter, so he's no good at either of them. He's more of a spellcaster than a fighter, it has to be said. Geyser. Well, that's his job. He's certainly got the hit points for it at the moment, as long as he's holding that axe. If he's not holding the axe, he has nowhere near hit points to survive at this stage. The only reason he's got the help is because of the axe. Right, let's cast a heal because, well, if he is targeting Edward, he could do with the hit points in a moment. And if it's not targeting Edward, he won't do a lot of damage. Oh, well, the last video was a 15-minute boss fight, because that told me how under-leveled I am for this game at the moment. So I wanted to rush and get myself back to where I stopped the last LP of this, but unfortunately, in doing so, I missed quite a lot of levelling up abilities in the first disc. I'm about 4 or 5 levels down on what I in theory should be. Right, if you attack James, then unfortunately James is going to die. That's a spoiler alert. Hopefully it won't appear on the mic, but that's a spoiler alert. I'm right at the start of disc 2. No spoiler alerts, please. Hopefully it won't come up, but yay, we've silenced the corpse. No. Might have to pull up a microphone in the moment, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. Leveling up! So, no, I really wasn't joking. Right, let's raise the agility. Intelligence, piety, mind. Ooh, we have a jewel. Right, time to improve Koudelka's magic, I think. By the way, you need to heal. Getting there on the leveling front, almost level 2. Now, that little jewel we picked up, let's find out what it is. It's a water-aligned jewel, and that balances out all of your magic stats. Not that they're already fairly balanced, actually, come to that, but yeah. In any case, let's equip it, because we might as well have uber-powered magic. Now, here, there's a lion statue, as well as a teddy bear. Looks like there's a letter stuffed in it. We shall take the old letter. Now, I don't think we can read it here. Okay. Something's not right, which means this is a boss fight that's likely to kill me. Now, as much as I don't want to train to this, I probably need to. Let's go for it anyway. Here we go, boss fight, and this one is a weird plant monster which has legs! And tentacles, yes, as you mentioned. Thankfully, we are not Japanese schoolgirls. Mind you, it does move quite fast. Right, we really don't have a lot of space to move back into. So let's geyser, except that's not gonna help. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to use our flares. It doesn't do that much damage unless she's weak against it. Right, you, Megalith. You, I hope your axe actually hurts it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to adjust things. Ooh, your axe hurt it. Nearly toppling it over, but not actually doing a lot of damage. $716 and nearly throwing it completely off the map. Well, you can keep doing that then. I should have reloaded your crossbow before this fight, actually. That is, of course, the one problem with all three members of the party being next to each other. Area effect magics, and that has wrecked us. Honestly, that has now wrecked us now. Right, let's equip bow arrows and wait. Right, let's hope this does some damage. Well, at least knocks it back. Right, wait. Right, time for axe. I said the last boss fight was 15 minutes. If this is the world's quickest Koudelka Let's Play, then awesome, but I don't think it will be. Right, I don't have a lot of bow bullets, so I might actually revert back to, I'll revert back to the pistol. This won't do any damage, though. No. Back to the crossbow. I'd risk the rifle, but I'm just going to waste a turn doing that and then find out that doesn't do damage either. Does trade it, I guess, but... Right. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do a mistake here, because you've got to damage it in some way, shape or form, and you don't cast spells at the moment. Nine damage! No, it didn't silence him. Right, you nearly dead. No, Koudelka isn't. Everybody else is, though. Right, cheese. And the cheese does 250 points of healing. Oh dear God, we need magic. Indeed. I would do bread, but cheese is likely to do more. Right. So now you've got enough hit points to possibly survive. Ed was also paralysed. Oh, great. So our chief damage dealer is doing 23 a time. Yay, Koudelka can cast spells. Right, flare. Come on, burn innate. Burn! Well, at least we're doing more damage than we were in the last boss fight, because it was the one which has the attack which does about 1,000 damage. Or he hits multiple times in succession to do around 1,000 damage. At this point, it was lethal. Right. James, cast healing on yourself, because you don't have the hit points to survive. This is going to affect everyone. Oh dear. Then we'll have you casting Megalith, and hopefully having just James whacking it with an axe. Megalith's the Earth Line spell. Because I normally only train 2 of them. Actually, we'll cast healing on you, because you need it. Now, I normally only train up Fire and Geyser, and the only reason I really train up a second elemental spell is because it's too expensive to keep using the first one. And note the difference in intelligence and piety. I killed 2,000 damage! Oh dear. That just shows how weak you are to magic, though. He'll be fine once he gets the next couple of brooches and things. Right. Flare. And Earth Aligned. Hopefully this time you're able to cast it without being silenced. Is it dead? No, it's not dead. Well, if we don't level up a few signs from this, considering how low level we are... Oh, Earth missed. Right, so we can't do Earth damage to it. Might as well hit it with the pipe then. Ow! And he's poisoned. Oops. No, you don't cast Megalith. Right. Cast Flare. Yay! We killed the walking plant thing of doom. That was much easier than the last boss fight. And you seriously need an agility boost. I realise it's because of the axe, but you really need an agility boost. Leveling? Please? Please don't say you've crashed. That would depress me. You have crashed.
Damn it!
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Right, give me 2 moments. Right, I'm not sure if it's crashed this time or not, but either way, there will unfortunately be some differences now, which is a bit of a shame, but nothing I can do about it really. Yeah, you need vitality boost, almost certainly. In fact, actually you've gained 2 levels again, so 2 points there, 2 points there. And then we go int, double piety, mind. Right, so you've gained 2 levels, so 2 points of piety, 2 points of agility. By the way, your weapon, his axe broke, but he did level it up. I'll go through the differences in a moment. And this time round, double strength, vitality, dexterity. And Mr. O'Flaherty, just the 1 level up for you, but still, agility, vitality, intelligence and mind. And we get an evil horn. And level 12, 12, 11. We actually seem reasonably competent here now. Right, so rough changes. I got an earth badge instead of a water badge this time round. Oh, by the way, the Mr. Spoiler Alert, and I'm still not sure entirely how this is going, has been told to leave the room because his bad luck apparently caused the game to crash. Oh dear, it probably isn't, but we have Geyser up to level 2, which is useful and means I'm going to be training Tornado. But probably not for too long because I've got enough mana points to just use Flare and Geyser. As for weapons, she didn't level up the guns. Actually, I'm not sure she did that anyway. No. You, well, just as your weapon broke, got your axe skill to level 2, which means you're actually doing quite well on weapon front, really. I might even give you the spear now, depending. You still have a way to go with the clubs, still a way to go with heal, and not quite as many megaliths used this time around. Still, let us save the game. And actually, no, this will involve making sure I'm using the right memory cards. Should be. Yes, I am. Right. So save. And then next time we shall continue playing Koudelka. Until then.